धिनक धिनक धिन धिनक धिनक धिन धिनक धिनक धिन तिनका धिनक धिनक धिन धिनक धिनक धिन धिनक धिनक धिन तिनका। ये क्या है तिनका तिनका, ये क्या है तिनका तिनका, ये क्या है तिनका तिनका, ये क्या है तिनका तिनका।
Namaskar, this is Tinka Tinka Jail Radio, creating rainbows in jails. I am Vartika Nanda. 35-year-old Aarti flips the pages of a book absently, tears springing to her eyes as her mind races back to her childhood spent in Yamunanagar, a small town of Haryana. She recalls her college time in Rohtak University and marriage in a middle-class family with her daughter to look after and another child on the way, having lost a son in 2011. It was around the time she visited a gynecologist in September 2011 when a life-altering incident the same night landed her in Tihar Jail. Today we meet Aarti as a convicted lifetime inmate lodged in Tihar's Women's Jail No. 6, an exclusive unit for women inmates with the capacity of 400 inmates. Tihar is the largest prison complex in South Asia and one of the biggest jails in the entire world. The book one sees Aarti clutching mostly is Tinka Tinka Tihar, a compilation of poems by 4 women inmates of Tihar, Aarti being one of them. Beyond the traumatic initial days in Tihar, she was soon forced to accept the harsh realities of life. Her parents never missed a chance to come and visit her. Her in-laws also came twice, trying to compel her to marry their younger son to keep the property amicably within the family. She refused, with the predictable outcome that they stopped coming for visitations. That broke her only connection with the husband's family and limiting her only link with the outside world through her parents. The pain of meeting their daughter in the prison premises being so traumatic aged her parents much faster. Aarti's daughter ended up becoming old well before her years. Earlier, once as a child, her daughter had accompanied her grandparents to meet her in jail. Full of questions as children are, the most heart-wrenching moment was her asking Aarti, "Other children are taught by their parents. Why can't you?" Neither Aarti nor her parents could answer her question, but it was then that Aarti decided against meeting her daughter in the restrictive environment of jail and instead worked towards making the child more natural and less vulnerable. Aarti had long years of imprisonment ahead and she needed a spark of hope to write the remaining chapters of her life. Her struggle turned a new leaf in 2013 when we first met. I was looking for inmates inclined towards composing poetry, while she was among those looking for an outlet through verse. She was inevitably selected for the initiative and soon became an integral part of Tinka Tinka Tihar around her second year behind bars. This standalone initiative was approved by Vimla, Mehra, DG Prisons, and 4 women, Reema, Seema, Riya, and Aarti, became the literary faces of Tihar's women inmates. It took us several months to compile the poetry written by different women inmates, edit them, and then give the book its final shape. A small idea germinated and took roots. No one at the time, including us, could even imagine that the book would be released by none other than the Home Minister of India at the first ever Asian Pacific Conference of Correctional Administrators called APCCA, hosted by India in 2013. This international conference began with the release of the book and also a theme song with the same title composed by me and sung by selected inmates of Tihar.
तिनका तिनका तिहाड़ है, तिनके का इतिहास है, तिनके का एहसास है, तिनके में भी आस है। हाँ ये तिहाड़ है, हाँ ये तिहाड़ है, सबका तिहाड़ है, हाँ ये तिहाड़ है। सपने यहाँ भी खिलते हैं, खिलते हैं, यहाँ भी पलती है,
पलती है, पलती है।
सपने यहाँ भी खिलते हैं,
खिलते हैं, खिलते हैं।
खुशियाँ यहाँ भी पलती हैं,
पलती है, पलती है।
धर्म हवा में घुलता है, शब्द मन में जुड़ता है। धर्म हवा में घुलता है, शब्द मन में जुड़ता है। हाँ ये तिहाड़ है, हाँ ये तिहाड़ है, सबका तिहाड़ है, हाँ ये तिहाड़ है।
The initiative had many chapters attached to it. Most notably, the long wall outside the Tihar prison complex was chosen as the artist's canvas for painting the poem titled Char Diwari, written by Seema for the book Tinka Tinka Tihar. She was undergoing incarceration in the women's block while her boyfriend was imprisoned in the adjoining section. They could not meet each other in the jail premises because they were not married yet, and thus visitations not approved by jail rules. Subsequently, the mural painting was released by the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi and is notable for being the longest mural painting in India. The release of the book and the mural painting prompted parents from both the sides to themselves witness the creative effort with such an impact that both sides agreed and their marriage was solemnized during their parole. This motivated Aarti into pursuing education. She did more than 6 courses in the jail, including one on journalism and tourism. After her graduation, she was assigned the librarian's job by the current jail superintendent, Krishna Sharma. In September 2023, 2 things happened in Aarti's life. Her 16-year-old daughter won a volleyball championship at her school and had the pride to personally visit and announce it to her mother, adding that none of my parents have ever witnessed any of my achievements in the school and the only child whose parents have never come to the school. Aarti was inconsolable that night. The second surprise came through the book Tinka Tinka Tihar, completing 10 years in which she was one of the poets. When I entered Tihar Jail premises in 2023, I met Sri Sanjay Beniwal, DG Prisons, and Ms. Krishna Sharma, Superintendent of Tihar Jail No. 6 and her team. DG permitted that 10 years of this momentous journey be celebrated as a grand event in Tihar. Out of a sheer sense of belonging, I sought out Aarti again, proud to be now in charge of the jail library. Although convict, she is a transformed person. She wears a white suit every day, reads books and manages the library meticulously. For everyone, she is the Tinka Tinka Tihar girl. On 26 September 2023, while the jail staff was extremely supportive and participative for this mega event, Aarti was enacting a play posing as a jail superintendent. Raman Sharma, Deputy Superintendent of the jail, had conceived the idea of creating a conversation between me and the superintendent, which actually happened exactly 10 years ago in 2013. Acting as a superintendent, Aarti was beaming with confidence and joy. Another inmate posed as me, while a group of inmates stood there in the same manner as other inmates would have 10 years ago, appearing for the selection process for the book. Aarti has created a new identity for herself in the last 10 years. She is a poet, singer, lyricist, and now a librarian. Out of the 4 inmates engaged in writing poetry for Tinka Tinka Tihar, she is the only one who is still in jail, and at the same time, she is the one in whose heart one can see hope resonating for others to become writers and poets. She was given Tinka Tinka Bandhini Award by Tinka TinkaFoundation on the occasion of Human Rights Day in December 2023. She was one of the 18 inmates who were chosen for this prestigious award, which are the solitary awards for inmates and jail staff in India. Such is the power of pen and the power of honest intentions. Today, a group of women inmates have emerged who are penning their emotions and experiences for a new book. They want to be seen as authors, they want to forget their past and yearn to give voice to their future. The road to reformation is long yet fulfilling. This is Vartikananda for Tinka Tinka Foundation, audio editing Harshvardhan.
एक डूबते को तिनके का सहारा मिल गया, तिनका तिनका मिल करके एक आसरा बन गया। एक डूबते को तिनके का सहारा मिल गया, तिनका तिनका मिल करके एक आसरा बन गया। बिगड़ी सिमटी आवाजों को एक हम सफर मिल गया, निराशाओं में आशा का एक दीपक जल गया। तिनका 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 तिनका